Hey everyone, and a special shout out to my good buddy Matt. He asked that I put together something a bit different, a watch review video. Now, this kind of thing ain't my bag, but I'm up for a challenge, so here we go. A 5-year review of my Omega Speedmaster Speedy Tuesday ST1 limited edition timepiece. So this watch was born of the Speedy Tuesday hashtag created in 2012 by watch writer and aficionado Robert Jan Broer of Fratello Watches. The Speedy Tuesday hashtag and the weekly Tuesday articles on FratelloWatches.com launched a social movement amongst Speedmaster lovers, and things just grew from there. 4 years later, in 2016, Omega's CEO reached out to Robert Jan to discuss Speedy Tuesday and how Omega could help celebrate the pending 5th anniversary of this watch lover community movement. The result was this collaborative limited edition watch that combines the radial dials of the Speedmaster Professional from 1978 that was qualified by NASA for the Space Shuttle program, and of course, the signature reverse Panda dial. First introduced in 2017, the watch came to be known as the Speedy Tuesday 1, or ST1 for short. Only 2012 were produced, honoring the year the Speedy Tuesday hashtag was created, and the watch is sold out in just 4 hours and 15 minutes in one of Omega's first online drops. Many of us who bought the ST1 had to wait a full year until 2018 to receive it. But now that I've had my watch for nearly 5 years, I think I'm eligible to tell you guys what I like about it and to list some of the features. So first, let me run through some of the specs on the ST1. The ST1 has a brushed matte finish on a 42mm stainless steel case and 20mm lug width. Protecting the dial is a domed tessellite crystal, as opposed to sapphire, which wasn't used on the NASA watches because, as I'm told, you don't want shattered glass floating around in a spacecraft, so Tessellite was the safer option. There are 3 subdials designed with radial numerals. Radial means that the numbers orient in a circle around the subdial, rather than staying in a vertical alignment. The reverse Panda dial has not been seen on a Speedmaster since 1966, so along with a vintage Omega logo, the reverse Panda is definitely a fan favorite, and a favorite of mine. The watch came on a brown leather strap with a vintage cut and stitching. I love it. It also came with a black and white NATO strap and a special leather watch roll for all of your tools or cloths. Finally, the ST1 is powered by the Caliber Omega 1861 manual winding chronograph movement in a rhodium-plated finish. I simply love the manual wind on this watch, and a full loading will give you about 48 hours of power reserve. The ST1 is definitely my most worn watch since I purchased it nearly 5 years ago. I still love it. It has so many great and vintage-inspired touches that simply make it unique in a world where there's lots of Speedmasters. The reverse Panda dial never gets old to look at. As with all Speedmaster moon watches, the ST1 is versatile, stylish, classy, and sporty in equal measure. And over the years I've acquired several additional straps that kind of keep it fresh. I'm showing those here. I have the black and white NATO strap that it came with, a light brown, super soft and comfy leather NATO, and one from Omega's Olympic collection. Let me know in the comments below if the Olympic collection is not the right name for these. I don't recall exactly what the name, or if there is a name for it, but they began releasing these country-themed straps, I'm pretty sure around one of the Olympics. This one in particular is the UK NATO, which I got as a tip of the cap to my time living in London, also where I was when I purchased the watch. Some other things that I simply love about this watch: the manual wind has such a great feel to it as you turn and wind it. The plungers for the stopwatch have a nice plunge to them. The long hand keeps the seconds on the stopwatch, the right subdial keeps the minutes, and the lower subdial keeps the hours. So the top plunger starts and stops the timer, and the lower plunger resets it. Because it's an 1861 movement, the manual wind movement, the caseback is not transparent, but instead comes with the stamp of the famous Omega Seahorse. The Seahorse imprint is encircled by the words Speedy Tuesday Anniversary, a tribute to Alaska Project 3, as well as the limited edition number of the timepiece. All around, this is just a great watch. I can wear it every day with everything. Such is the versatility. It's not gaudy, it's not really flashy on the wrist, but those who know, know. It's actually sometimes hard for me to not have this watch be my daily beater, but I know I can always come back to it whenever I'd like. To sum things up, this is just a great timepiece all around, inspired by the Speedmaster community and created for the community. It's probably the one timepiece in my collection that I'll never sell or trade. I definitely know how fortunate I was to get my hands on one of these ST1s when they released, and I'm forever grateful for that opportunity. I think I'll leave it there, guys. So if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Hopefully you found this interesting. Maybe it's an aspirational piece that you've been looking for on one of the watch resale sites. You won't see mine on there anytime soon. Thanks for watching the video in spite of the hundreds of other Speedy Tuesday videos out there. Especially thank you to you, Matt. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.